Hello, BookTube. What's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Juan. I am just one reader, your, of course, favorite Mexican booktuber who reads in English. And I have some books to show you guys. This is book haul time. It's a small book haul. Just a couple of books that I've accumulated for the past couple of weeks. And I'm just really excited because I don't think I have done any book hauls this year. It's been quite some time since I actually acquired some books, some like new books, which is, great news for me because I have a big pile of books, an entire library, I should say, of books that I have purchased in my lifetime that are still there unread, which, gives me nightmares sometimes. But yeah, I've been reading a lot of those unread books that I have purchased throughout my lifetime. I've been very good at reading them this year, which is great. But I am very excited to read these books that I will be showing you right now. These are books that I've purchased based on many readers and many people's recommendations. And I will be reading all of these books this year, so I am very excited. So let's get started. The first book that I will be showing you is Tender is the Flesh, or the original title in Spanish, Cadáver Exquisito. This is an Argentinian novel by Agustina Basterrica. And this is the book that I am currently reading right now. It's a very short novel. It's dystopian. It's a dystopian kind of novel. I'm really liking the writing style so far. I have to say it's very straightforward, but there's something kind of really interesting in the way that it's told. Anyway, this is not a review. I'm not even talking about the book itself. I'm just sharing it with you. So this is Tender is the Flesh is the translated title in English. Everyone on BookTube loves this book. I don't think I've come across a negative or even mixed review thus far, but I might have to check that again. But so far, this novel promises a lot. And yeah, this is Tender is the Flesh. Then I have a trilogy, which is The Notebook, The Proof, and The Third Lie by Agatha Christoph. I don't really know much about these books. I just know that they are, I think, Hungarian. I think they are. Yeah, she was, Agatha Christoph was born in Hungary. And this is like a book that many people are talking about. A lot of people have commented on my videos and recommended that I give it a read. People are saying that, that this is addictive and also very harsh, but that the writing style and the narrative voice is really strong. And if you know me as a reader, you know that those are probably two of my favorite qualities to enjoy in a book, in a reading experience: the style and the voice. So, and also they say that this trilogy is very easy to get lost into, very immersive, and people are saying that this is just something that you will devour in a weekend. I don't really remember what it's about, honestly. I know it's something to do with the war and like some kind of tragic shit about the war, and I'm so excited to really get lost in that trilogy. Talking about trilogies, I have purchased a copy of The Wise Man's Fear by Patrick Rothfuss. Now, of course, I have read this book only once, actually, but I have read this book when it came out like 1,000 eras ago, because, Patrick Rothfuss is taking things very slowly, writing the next installment in the trilogy of the Kingkiller Chronicles. I have no problem waiting for, as long as he needs to, all the time in the world that he needs, I will be able to wait patiently for that next book. But in the meantime, I do want to give the trilogy a reread because this year in November, he is releasing a novella. I think the title is The Narrow Path Between Desires or The Narrow Road Between Desires, something to that effect. You get the meaning of that. I have to say, I didn't really like or love the previous novella, The Slow Regard of Silent Things, although I will be rereading that this year as well. But I want to give the entire trilogy a reread, including that novella, The Slow Regard of Silent Things, in preparation for The Narrow Path Between Desires. And so I want to read a beautiful copy of The Wise Man's Fear because the other one that I had was the American edition, and I just think the British ones, like this one is the British one, are so much more beautiful. So I will be reading this copy. Now, talking about fantasy, I have purchased a British copy of Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. I think I'm the only booktuber in my kind of niche that hasn't read this book. Everyone loves this book. Everyone raves about this book. I need to read this book. It's about time. This is supposed to be cozy, whimsical fantasy, low-stakes fantasy, everything that I love, I love fantasy that is more sort of driven by emotions and characters and writing, the writing style, sort of like Robin Hobb or Patrick Rothfuss. So I think Legends and Lattes will be a great option for me. The reason why I purchased this copy, which was much more expensive than the typical American one that you've probably seen on BookTube, is that I hate that cover. It just looks very tacky. And this one, oh my God. Just look at that. It's such a beautiful book to display. Then I have a thriller. This is a book that a lot of people have recommended as well on BookTube, on their BookTube channels. This is The Last House on Needless Street by Catriona Ward. I really know nothing about this book at all. All I know is that it's supposed to be like this incredible mystery, thriller, horror, and it's been quite some time since I read a good book within that genre, within that category. So I cannot wait to really just be wowed by a thriller. I'm just looking at the font and the chapters, the way that the chapters are written. I can tell that I'm gonna gobble this book in just a few sittings. It looks very easy to devour, and I don't even want to see what it's about. I have no idea what it's about because people are saying that you should really just go into that book blindly, knowing as little as you can. So that's what I'm going to do. And finally, the last book that I bought for this portion of the year is this very interesting book, The Spear Cuts Through Water, which is a very interesting title, and it's a very interesting premise. It's about, I'm just going to read it out loud. It says, two warriors shepherd an ancient god across a broken land to end the tyrannical reign of a royal family in this standalone epic fantasy from the author of The Vanished Birds, Simon Jimenez. And the only reason why I even know about the existence of this book is because someone very kindly and very thoughtfully wrote a comment on one of my latest videos talking about fantasy or something, and this person recommended this book, and they said, I don't remember who it was, but they said you should really give The Spear Cuts Through Water a read. It pretty much looks like your kind of fantasy. And so I went and looked it up, and sure enough, it did sound to me like this is my kind of fantasy. So thank you, whoever it was who recommended this to me. I do listen to your comments very, very much, and if I end up loving this book, I'm just gonna thank you personally because, yeah, this sounds whimsical, beautifully written, like very like with a great emphasis on writing style and voice, and it's like this kind of ethereal thing going on, and it's about stories and storytelling also, and it's just supposed to be like a very different kind of fantasy novel, and it's a standalone, yay! So I will be reading that. And those are all the books in this little but exciting book haul. Let me know if you have read any of these books, if I should make any one of them a priority. Like, what do you think of these books? Let me know in the comments down below. And before I go, I'm gonna sing a little song for you, Meadowlark from The Baker's Wife by Stephen Schwartz. Thanks for watching. I am Just One Reader, and I will see you on the next video.
But the meadowlark said no, for the old king loved her so, and she couldn't bear to wound his pride. So then the sun god flew away, and when the king came down that day, he found his meadowlark had died. Every time I heard that part, I cried, and now I stand here starry-eyed and stormy. Oh, just when I thought my heart was failing, no, a beautiful young man appears before me, saying, "Oh, won't you come? And what can I do if finally, for the first time, the one I'm burning for returns the glow? If love has come at last, it's picked the worst time, and still I know I've got to go fly away. Meadowlark, fly away in the silver morning. If I stay, I'll grow to curse the dark. So it's soft where the days won't bind me. I know I leave wounds behind me, but I won't let tomorrow find me back this way. Never before my past once again can blind me. Just fly away, and we won't wait to say goodbye, my beautiful young boy.